A very good morning, dear students. I hope you all are very fine and trying to focus on your studies. I am over here to help you. Uh, Let us start with the topic solid state. I know all of you know the syllabus of class 12 chemistry very well, that we have total 16 chapters in our syllabus. Out of 6, from chapter number 1 to 6, they lies in between physical chemistry. From chapter number 7, 8 and 9, 7 to 9, they lies in between inorganic chemistry, and from chapter number 10 to 16, they belong to organic chemistry. And somehow they relate with um, either the syllabus from your 11th standard, and some part is lies from the syllabus of class 10th also, but now it has been elaborated. ठीक है, बहुत उसको और ज़्यादा डिटेल में कर दिया गया है, सब कुछ आपका पहले पढ़ा हुआ है now, but the syllabus is elaborated over here. Now we are going to start the very first chapter. That one is the solid state. Solid state हमारा first chapter है. Solid is the first state of matter. ठीक है, solid is the first state of matter. We all know very well that matter have three states: the solid, liquid and gas. For about gases and liquid, we had already studied in the previous class, that is class 11. Now in 12th class we will study about the solid state. We all know very well that solid is the very first state of matter. In solid, the particles are very closely packed to each other. ठीक है, in solid the particles are very closely packed with each other. Why they are closely packed with each other? Because particle के बीच में जो intermolecular space होता है, the intermolecular space present in between the particles is very less. ठीक है, क्या मैंने बोला? The intermolecular space, intermolecular space, ठीक है, वो क्या होता है? वो बहुत लेस होता है. ठीक है, जिस वजह से पार्टिकल्स एक दूसरे से क्लोजली अटैच होते हैं. एंड in between the strong intermolecular force is very high. The intermolecular force present in between that is very high. That's why these particles are very closely attached with each other and they oscillate about their mean position. They can't move from their place, they remain fixed. देखो बेटा, I had mentioned over here कि they remain fixed at that position but they oscillate about their mean position. For example, जैसे एक न्यूबॉर्न बेबी होता है, ठीक है, what happen with him or her कि जब हम उसे एक प्लेस पे लिटा देते हैं, he cannot move from here to there. वो अपनी मीन पोजीशन पे ही रहता है, वहीं पे ऑसिलेट करता है, अपने हैंड लेग्स मूव करता है, बट इट कैन नॉट मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू another. Similarly, the solids are the state of matter in which the particles remain just over their mean position, fixed position. They cannot leave that place, but they oscillate at their mean position. जब हम उन्हें एनर्जी देते हैं, when we provide energy to them either in form of heat energy or light energy, धीरे धीरे उनमें क्या होता है बेटा? दे स्टार्ट मूविंग. क्यों? क्योंकि जो ये इंटरमोलिकुलर स्पेस है धीरे धीरे ये इंक्रीज होता जाता है एंड दिस इंटरमोलिकुलर फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन ग्रेजुअली डिक्रीजेस एंड द सॉलिड कम्स टू लिक्विड स्टेट. नाउ coming to the characteristics of solid, if I say that solid की क्या characters है? Intermolecular space, I had mentioned it already that it is very less, while intermolecular force of attraction is very strong. Okay, that's why they are rigid. Now coming to the next topic of the chapter, which is most important topic. Okay, the types of solid. Beta, basically solid is classified into two categories. Number one, amorphous solid. Number two, crystalline solid. Okay, what I have mentioned, the solid is classified into two types. Number one, amorphous solid, and number two, crystalline solid. In our syllabus, we have to study in detail about the crystalline solid. Okay, amorphous solid is not in detail too much, but it is in the syllabus in a very little amount. So coming to the amorphous solid, but amorphous solids, these are irregular in shape. Their geometry is not decided. What I said, amorphous solids are irregular in shape. ठीक है, their geometry is not decided. किसी भी शेप में हो सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हम एग्जाम्पल की बात करें, ठीक है, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी टेक कोल. ठीक है, कोल कोल बहुत इरेगुलर शेप में होता है. उसके शेप अप डाउन चेंज होते रहते हैं. जैसे आप उसको क्लीवेज दोगे, उसकी ज्योमेट्री भी इरेगुलर आएगी. सो आई हैव आल्सो मेंशन्ड ओवर हियर, in your books you also see that amorphous solids are irregular in shape, but when they are cut with sharp edged tools, ठीक है, they will give irregular surfaces. आप कभी भी कोल को कट करो, आप ये देखो कि वो कभी भी एक क्लीन ज्योमेट्री नहीं देता. इट विल नॉट गिव द प्लेन ज्योमेट्री, इट विल जस्ट गिव अ irregular surface. Moreover, they are isotropic in nature and they are also regarded as pseudo-solid or super-cooled liquid. Pseudo means होता है बेटा, the meaning of pseudo is false. ठीक है, pseudo का मतलब होता है आपका false. ठीक है, तो हम इन्हें pseudo-solid भी कहते हैं. Pseudo-solid means false solid, क्योंकि ये exactly इनका जो क्राइटेरिया होता है, इनके बीच में जो बॉन्डिंग होती है, वो एग्जैक्टली वैसी नहीं होती जैसी होनी चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाई दे लाइज इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ स्यूडो सॉलिड और सुपर कूल्ड लिक्विड. सुपर कूल्ड लिक्विड का एग्जांपल बहुत पूछा जाता है. सुपर कूल्ड लिक्विड का एग्जांपल है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, वो है आपका ग्लास. ठीक है, नाउ कमिंग टू द क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड. क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड की सबसे स्पेसिफिक बात होती है, द वेरी स्पेसिफिक थिंग अबाउट द क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड इज दैट दे हैव ज्योमेट्रिकल शेप्स. ठीक है, रिमेंबर इन क्लास 11th वी हैव अ चैप्टर नेम केमिकल बॉन्डिंग, in which we have already studied about the hybridization. We all know that hybridization is the property by which any compound gains its geometry, its shape and its structure, such as sp3 hybridization. It carried tetrahedral geometry. For example, sp2 trigonal bipyramidal. So all the compounds having this have identical geometrical shape, which completely belongs on hybridization that lies in between crystalline solid. When these crystalline solids are cutted with sharp tool or any other tool, it will give a plain and smooth surface. देखो बेटा ध्यान से, रिमेंबर वेरी फाइन. amorphous में amorphous solid were giving irregular surface, while in crystalline solid it has geometrical shape, so it is giving plain and smooth surface. I hope it is very clear to you. Now the next thing is, the crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. The crystalline solid is anisotropic in nature and are regarded as true solids. The crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature and are regarded as true solids. ठीक है? Now in previous slide I had asked you that two types of solids are there, crystalline and amorphous form, in which I said that amorphous solids are isotropic in nature while crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. ठीक है? Crystalline solids are anisotropic while amorphous solids are isotropic. So what do we mean by isotropy and what do you mean by anisotropic? ठीक है? Let's see isotropic versus anisotropic. ठीक है? What is the basic what do you mean by isotropic? See beta, this figure here we taken a two cuboids. This is anisotropic and this is isotropic. ठीक है? This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. ठीक है? ये यूनिफॉर्म सरफेस है. ठीक है? यहाँ पे कुछ भी अप डाउन कोई भी चेंजमेंट नहीं है. Basically the isotropic means that the isotropic means they are direction independent. They are direction independent means they do not depend upon the direction. In each and every direction, the value of all physical properties. What I said? The value of physical properties या physical quantities such as refractive index. Refractive index we all know very well, the ratio of sin I and sin R, the angle of refraction and angle of refraction and angle of incidence, दोनों का जो रेशियो होता है sin I upon sin R, that is regarded as refractive index. ठीक है? So basically the value of refractive index is surface tension. These type of chemical properties, these type of physical properties remain same in all the directions. That's why they are direction independent. While in anisotropic, these are direction dependent. ये direction पे depend करते हैं. X में अलग value होगी, Y में अलग, Z में अलग. आप देखिए यहाँ पे this is the layered structure. Uniform structure नहीं है, layered structure है. हर direction में value अलग होगी. That's why optical activity, dichorism, dispersions, ये सारी properties जो है वो mention करता है, जबकि ये ऐसी properties को mention नहीं करता है. They will not show these characteristics, optical activity, dichorism, dispersion, but it will show due to the direction dependency. Now, earlierly I had told you that the amorphous solids are not too much in detail in our syllabus, but the type of crystalline solids are in syllabus. ठीक है? So now coming to the important topic, types of crystalline solid. Crystalline solids are basically classified into 4 categories. They are basically classified into 4 categories. Ionic solid, metallic solid. In the next slide we will see about molecular solid and covalent solid. Covalent solid are also regarded as network solid. So now coming on very first, that is ionic solid. बेटा आयनिक सॉलिड, ठीक है, ionic solid. It is very clear from name that ionic means a solid which is formed by the combination of ions. By the combination of ions. We all know very well that ions are the charged particles. Ions are the charged particles. If ion have positive charge, ठीक है, then it is regarded as cation, and if it has negative charge, then ion is regarded as anion. That means when any atom lose electron, then positive charge came upon it, that is known as cation. But when any atom accept electron, then negative charge come on it, that is regarded as anion. So the ionic solids are the solids which are constituted by ions, the cations and anions. A very strong bond is present in between these ionic solids. This strong force is known as Coulombic this electrostatic force is known as Coulombic or electrostatic force of attraction. ठीक है, this force is known as Coulombic or electrostatic force of attraction. In 11th, you have already studied that these bonds are also known as ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Ionic या electrovalent bond. ठीक है, so you can term as Coulombic, electrostatic, ionic or electrovalent. Any bond you can say, but the most preferable words are for use for these forces are Coulombic or electrostatic force of attraction. The ionic solids are hard and brittle due to their bonding. We studied in 11th class that कि ionic bond जो होता है, their lattice enthalpy is very high, that's why they are brittle. So ionic solids are usually hard and brittle. But the most important fact is that they are the insulators in solid state while they are conductors in molten state. बहुत पूछा जाता है question, very frequently asked question is why the ionic solids are insulators in solid state while they are conductors in molten state. ठीक है, what is the reason? The reason behind that is these ionic solids when found in solid state, their ions are strongly attracted by these Coulombic or electrostatic force. जब ये solid state में होते हैं, for example हमने NaCl लिया, ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल हमने एक NaCl का लेते हैं. NaCl दो आयन से मिलकर बना है, सोडियम आयन एंड क्लोराइड आयन. सोडियम है पॉजिटिव चार्ज while क्लोरीन आयन हैज नेगेटिव चार्ज. इन दोनों के बीच में एक कोलम्बिक या इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन होता है. दैट्स व्हाई ये एक दूसरे से क्लोजली अटैच रहते हैं. बट जब आप इस NaCl को वाटर में डालते हो, सपोज आपने ग्लास वाटर लिया, उसमें आपने NaCl डाला, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, दिस NaCl randomly dissociate into Na positive and Cl नेगेटिव आयन. अभी ये कंपाउंड फॉर्म में था, फ्री फॉर्म में इस पे कोई भी चार्ज नहीं था, कोई भी पार्टिकल आयन चार्ज नहीं था. बट जैसे ही आपने इसको मॉडर्न स्टेट मिला, इट रैपिडली डिसोसिएट इनटू सोडियम आयन एंड क्लोराइड आयन. ड्यू टू द डिसोसिएशन ऑफ सोडियम आयन एंड क्लोराइड आयन, इस पे पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्ज आ गया है. एंड वी ऑल नो वेरी वेल दैट if any atom has free charge or free electrons, it is responsible to pass the electric current in any circuit or in any path. So जब ये solid state में होते हैं, इनके ions free नहीं होते हैं, तो वो electricity conduct, they are unable to conduct electricity, so they are insulators. While in molten state, they rapidly dissociate into their ions, hence they are good conductors of electricity. Their melting and boiling points are high due to their lattice enthalpy. Now coming towards next type of solid, that is metallic crystalline solid. Metallic means metal. Okay, so it is clear that they have positive ions because metals have positive free electrons or free charge, so they have positive ions. Due to these positive ions, they are responsible to conduct electricity because metals have free electrons. Metals form positive ions and they have free electrons, they have the charge, positive charge, that's why they are responsible to conduct electricity. The bond present between these solids are metallic bond. We all know metals are hard and they are malleable and ductile. What do you mean by malleability and ductility? Malleability means and ductility means the phenomena by which we can convert the metal into thin sheets and we can form wire for them. So metals are malleable and ductile. Besides this, they are very good conductor of electricity. They can able to conduct electricity in solid as well as in molten, both the state. In both of the states, either that is solid or molten, because they have positive ions. They are not in the form of compound, they are in the form of positive ions. Hence in both of the states they are capable to conduct the electricity. For example, iron, copper and all the important metals. The third type of molecular solid is molecular solid. But molecular solids are classified into three more categories. This classification is based upon the bonding present in between them. Okay? What I said, molecular solids are classified into three categories and these three categories depends upon the bond present in between molecules. Molecules के बीच में bond क्यों present है? Because the constituent particle of molecular solid are molecules. Molecular solids are composed of different type of molecules and on depending upon the bond present in between, जो भी bond उनके बीच में present होगा, they are classified into three categories. ठीक है, कौन कौन सी categories हैं? We all know very well. Number 1, polar. Number 2, non-polar. And number 3, hydrogen bonded. ठीक है, so basically molecular solids are classified into three categories, that are polar, non-polar and hydrogen bonded. Now what are non-polar solids? ठीक है, beta in previous class you had studied about the dispersion force, that is also known as London force. ठीक है, London force or dispersion force is present in between these non-polar solids. ठीक है, this arises due to the electronegativity difference. It completely depends upon the electronegativity difference. ठीक है, इन मॉलिक्यूल्स के बीच में जो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी का डिफरेंस होगा, इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी, आइदर वो 0 होगा या बहुत लेस होगा. आइदर द इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिफरेंस between the atom which the molecules is forming, जो मॉलिक्यूल जिन भी एटम से मिलके बन रहा है, उन एटम के बीच का जो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिफरेंस होगा, either that must be 0 or very less, then the non-polar solids are formed due to the formation of dispersion force. I repeat it again. The non-polar solids are formed by the formation of dispersion or London force. This force arises due to the very less electronegativity or the zero electronegativity difference between the atoms from which the compound is going to form. Due to this, they are insulators of electricity and have low melting point, such as hydrogen, CO2, etc. The second is polar solid. Polar name से ही clear है that they will have the poles. Poles means they must have any charge. यहाँ पे in polar solids the electronegativity difference is very high over here. The difference between the electronegativity is very high, such as in HCl. ठीक है, hydrogen belongs to the group first and chlorine belongs to group 17. So when we move from left to right in periodic table, ठीक है, the electronegativity increases gradually. The difference between hydrogen and chlorine is almost of 16 groups. ठीक है, so the electronegativity of chlorine is much higher than hydrogen. That's why a partial positive charge comes on hydrogen. I am repeating, it is partial positive. While on chlorine, partial negative charge comes. ठीक है, that's why in between this hydrogen and chlorine molecule a dipole interaction जो होता है that will be generated, and they are responsible to conduct the electricity. They are responsible to conduct the electricity but at very less amount. So I had mentioned over insulators. They can conduct but in very less amount. Usually they are insulators of electricity. क्यों? क्योंकि solid state में या किसी भी state में होगा तो insulator ही रहेगा. But when they get converted again into molten state, then they are capable. For example, I had mentioned over HCl. HCl is an insulator of electricity. But when it is dissolved in water, ठीक है, it is capable to conduct electricity, because when we put HCl in water, it dissociates into its ions. The next type of molecular solid is hydrogen bonding. In 11th class, we studied about hydrogen bonding. What is hydrogen bonding? When hydrogen is attached with any highly electronegative atom. We all know very well that fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. These are the three highly electronegative atoms. ठीक है, so When hydrogen is attached with any highly electronegative atom, same time if this hydrogen is attached with another highly electronegative atom, so this bond form is known as hydrogen bond. This hydrogen bond is of two types, intermolecular and intramolecular. So when this hydrogen bond is present in between constituent particles, they are regarded as hydrogen bonded solids. These are also hard and insulator of electricity. For example, water. While in covalent atoms, next one is the last type of crystalline solid is covalent molecular solid या covalent network solid. ठीक है? They constitute of atom and a covalent bond is present in between them. ठीक है? They are also very hard and insulators having high melting point. Only graphite एक एलोट्रॉप है कार्बन का, it is able to conduct electricity because it has free electron due to its structure, and it is also soft and shiny. Otherwise all other covalent solids are insulators of electricity. ठीक है? That's all my dear students. If you have any doubt